salt coming in. Who else is making salt? How's Rostock doing on the salt? Should call this place Rock Salt. Could do better. Otherwise, Boston is failing the world miserably when it comes to that. Instead they're making clay, which we don't need so much of right now, but we still insist on making. Well, no, actually, they don't have a lot compared to the salters. So maybe I should kick up Riga a notch. That's a problem, though. Riga is still meant to bring me 72 cheese. So I left you on not working when you should have been working. Which is bad, because that capped my population for a wee bit. Otherwise, we must have this salt. No salt means no fish and no meat. Now that's getting a bit hyperbole. We don't have no salt. We have a lot of salt, we just don't have enough salt. May as well take the moment to again say that I really don't like salty as a phrase for state of being. I just see it as really childish. Oh shoot. Speaking of salty, I was talking to Daniel, DA9L from Paradox today. Now, 2 years ago, he told me he'd join me with my after work running. Yeah, I started an after work running group. Not easy to recruit people for that from a games company, I'll tell you that now for free. Regardless, 2 years ago he was like, hey, that sounds like a great idea, I'll join you in on that. Probably thinking that it wasn't going to happen because, hey, one, it's Sweden, when do Swedes ever do as they would say? And also, you know, hey, this guy that works in a gaming company going out running, that's never going to happen, but I want to look good, so I'll say, yeah, hell, I'll do that. Well, I've been doing it for 2 years and been reminding him constantly that he said he would and he does not. I especially like to remind him of that in front of many other people. So yesterday he said, hey, I'm doing this this game thing, join in, and I was like, I will if you finally come and join for the running. So here's hoping that he actually does the running. Totally not joining in his running in his gaming thing, but you know, I'll use any arsenal, any weapon in my arsenal to get him moving. There we go. All that thinking about him really helped pass by the salt creation process, and now Riga should be able to let it flow. All right, it's not too long until our election in Hosen, it seems. Well, actually, no, it is quite a while. It's 30th of September, but we don't have a lot of time between that and Minden. But I do like all this money coming in. Hell, I love all this money coming in. Whilst that's going on, I'm going to check to see if anywhere is overflowing. Rostock, well, yeah, that makes sense. They're always overflowing. Nothing special in Bremen. It's if they're overflowing by thousands. That's what makes me think, uh-oh. But nowhere really is. Actually, the amount of problems we have are extremely low. Did you try promising to buy him a shaker or so? That guy's got so much salt paraphernalia, he doesn't need more. Okay, this is odd. Why is there a grain shortage in the center and who is affected? Lübeck is affected and Flensburg is affected. I don't see any starvation across the board, which is excellent, but Flensburg should not be short on grain. And they don't have fish. They got cheese and meat, so they won't starve. But that tells me that the grain for the center, here he is, grain Rostock, is short on boats. He's also mixing, which is not good. So I'm getting him back to Neshved. I'm going to find the hulks, wherever they are. Give him back the hulk. And we're going to speak to the cogs. And go, wow, we're short on cogs, aren't we? So I'm actually going to give him back some cogs. And I'm going to go to the Carvels and get us some of those. And then I'm going to run some numbers here because we love numbers, don't we? And for that we get to bring up our favorite thing, our spreadsheet. So if we look towards the center here, as we do, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places. But we don't hit up all 9 of them. And one of them doesn't really count, they produce their own grain. So let's say that we have 7 places that we're thinking of. And it only takes 13 days to hit it up, so let's round it up and say 15. Let's round it up a bit further and say we have to deal with 100,000 people times 7, so 700,000 people's desire for grain, which comes in at 21,000. Now, we've only been running around with a few thousand here. Basically, I need this to be a much bigger thing. So we speak to our Carvels once again. We get rid of our spreadsheet as we do, and we say I want like 22,000 capacity here. And it's done. And we go back to Rostock, and we take that grain and we get to work. And I'm definitely giving Flensburg the grain that they deserve. First to keep the market happy, then to keep the city happy, and then get back to work. Go back to Rostock, fully fill up. And now, well, Stettin is always happy, of course, because they're first on the route. Good. Now none of you guys are starving, right? The grain really seems to flow around here, which is excellent news. Flensburg isn't, or Ripon isn't getting mad with pelts, are they? No, good. Everything's good. Is there anything we're overflowing with? Meat, kind of. Cheese, yes. Beer, shocking. That tells me that beer doesn't flow well enough. I mean, look at Ripon, they don't have beer whatsoever. Bremen, also short on beer. How about the likes of Riga and Danzig? Okay, so beer flows fine in the east, not fine at all in the west. Also not fine enough in the east. Stockholm is short on beer. And Visby don't know what beer is. So the beer guys have got to flow further. What do we have for beer? We actually have 2 in the center, which is kind of odd, but good, I guess. But they also look kind of empty. Flensburg, beer? Yeah, they've got beer. Yeah. So beer to the east, the Mandrake. They're heading towards Danzig, but they only hold 2,000 beer, which is really not enough for a thirsty guy here. So let's quadruple it up. 8,000 beer. Actually, why don't I run the numbers there? Let's take 700,000 capacity for beer, or 700,000 desire for beer. It's like 12,000. It's really high. But this should do them for at least a short while. So let's get you back to Rostock, fill you up with delicious beer, and tell you to get back to work. That doesn't deal, however, with the west, which is... they're not small. They're not that small. They are mostly cogs, though. You'll be back in Rostock shortly, so I think we'll stop off at Neshved and get you some more cogs, or just switch you out completely for some Carvels. Get back to it. Good. And all is well. I mean, I didn't really check to see how they... Wait, what's going on? Why is the spreadsheet still there? Was that me? It was probably me. Tools are looking good. Still have a ton of grain. Way too much grain, in fact. But that's okay. In fact, that's good. And if I really needed to cut down on the grain, I would tell Rostock to stop producing so much grain. But it's better to have an excess. Also, how's that clothes stuff going on in Danzig? I mean, I built my tailors here, right? Quite a few of them. Oh god, they have no cloth whatsoever. And Rostock's cloth situation is pretty good, so that tells me that cloth needs to flow more in the east. I probably don't have much of a serious cloth dispersal unit because it's something that I always lacked. Let's see, you get to Riga, you go to Kongsberg. I'm going to triple Carvel you up now. And then you go to Danzig. Alright, well, tripling your capacity should really help. Quadrupling it, however, will make you a hero. It's coming up for election time, it's not far away. Jake, wasn't that a ship that carries mead to Rostock and not one that carries beer to places? A ship that carries mead to Rostock and not one that carries beer to... what? I don't know. Which one did you mean? I mean, there was a lot of ships we were dealing with there. I was surely only dealing with beer guys here. I mean, there are other ones that I can check. I mean, the Stockholm to Rostock mead guy, he does his mead. And then I'm pretty sure I wasn't touching on any of my mead guys. No mead, no mead. Or rather, no beer. Yeah, oh, it looks fine. Why is Aarhus short on grain? It makes so little sense, it's unbearable. Grain train east, tell me more. Now I stopped for any food trains because it's so important to keep the food flowing. If the food stops flowing, we have starvation, lower people, which also reduces the output of food. Stops its consumption, but I'm not looking to regress here. Grain east, Usain Bolt. You're in Revel and... I can't think of a good reason why they're short on grain in Aarhus. Unless we don't properly give them grain. Or they don't hold on to 20 days worth of grain. I mean, sure, they are enormous. 20 days worth of grain would be about 4,000 or so to keep them happy. And they do keep 4,000 of it. Did they have rats or something recently? Whatever the case, the wild card is there to help us out. Fortunately, grain is something that we have no shortage of. So here, take your stupid grain and take a whole bunch of it into the into there. And also, let's get repairs going. 7 days to repair, that's quite a long time. Still doesn't look like anybody is starving, which is great. Just great. Even Novgorod, which is it's getting big. It's getting real big. Still looking good. How about our internal cities? Oh wow! Okay, no, that's Thorn. No wonder it's big. But still, Thorn isn't growing much from this. Probably because I capped them hard. I should probably be thinking about growing Thorn, but I don't care much because Thorn only brings us wine. And we're not very interested in wine right now. Now, Nashtved is lacking the beer. So does beer center also not work hard enough? Getting beer out there doesn't help with too many things, but it helps financially and it helps with their prosperity. So beer center. You're in Aalborg. Okay, well this is a bit of a problem. You're a ton of Krayers. Now Krayers are admittedly nippy, but I would like it if there were enough of you. Okay, and I have a ton of Krayers here. Kind of makes me think, why use Krayers here? Krayers are more suited for river trade, especially when I'm short on them. So at this point I will say sod the Krayers. Start thinking about using something particularly useful, like a coma, like some Carvels. Again, some Carvels. People love them some beer. So we get back to Rostock. Back to Rostock. Pick up that beer and get back to work. And now Nashtved knows nothing of beer problems. And we make tons of money once more. You added Carvels to a convoy called Berg Ross Mead, after looking at a convoy named Beer Ross. Berg Ross Mead. Thank you. Oh wow, yeah, you're completely right there. Thankfully he's on his way back. Bergen does not make much mead. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah. Yeah, that's like one Carvel worth. For now, at least, but still. Which means there's a beer guy that I did not give the Carvels to. Some beer guy did not get his Carvels. Well, do I have any beer guy that's not made of Carvels? West 1, Australia is kind of okay. Beer Center 1 is kind of pathetic, honestly. Yeah, this was the guy. He was meant to have a huge amount of them, right? Yeah, probably. Take my stupid cogs, and I'm taking those Carvels. And I think I wanted 6 of them, right? So glad I have so many Carvels, but I am running out of them now. How many have I got? 35. I used to have so many more. Okay, and still we're going to go back to Rostock and get those beers. And make them flow. Much better. Shoot! I missed Minden there. With all that faffing around. Thankfully, I have an autosave, but it's only from 15th of September. Better than wasting a year. Wait, what am I trying to do? Yeah, I think I'll load that. It'd be funny if I lost like a ton of progress there. Although I don't know what I switched out and what I forgot. Probably that Bergen guy. Yeah, there's the mead. Let's get you back and do that again. Will there be EU4 Rostov tonight? It's past midnight, of course not. Maybe that's not immediately obvious, but no, there will not. So you stick to that, and then I need that other beer guy. It wasn't Australia, it was... Oh yeah, I need to get these center guys done too. But seriously, you need dealt with. Oops. Da, da. And then there's just the beer guy of the West. And then we're back to where we were. But it was just the one of them, right? Australia. And he's on his way to Run again. Back you go. Yeah, having to wait one more year to sort out all of my fleets, all of my inner cities, not up for that. And we'll get you back to Rostock. See, it only lost me a couple of minutes, so I don't feel too bad about that. Wow. Wow, they're almost out of beers there. Well, get back to it. At least the saturation of beer should be fine. I even had my elections sheet open on the other screen. Alright, and with that we should be Posen's master. So straight away... Oh nice, they already built the cathedral for us. That's good news for me. I'll upgrade the university. I will erect my my turnip statue. Where is it at? Oh well, it won't be built yet, of course, but it's being built right there in front of the market. The tiny market. With these incredibly evil looking people. Jeez, those models. Okay, still, Posen, what have you got for me? Hopefully a bigger wall. Well, it would be bigger. It would be a lot bigger, actually. Unfortunately, my curiosity with the... Oh, Jesus. This place would be huge and I screwed it up by building this prematurely. And you can't unbuild these. Once you do the outer road, it's done. Man, I screwed Posen so hard here. Damn, that would have probably doubled the city size. What was my estimate for Posen anyway? This is the kind of problem that I normally say is for future Jake, but it is a problem that I can fix, thankfully. Not by making Posen bigger though, that's out of the question. Yeah, because even if I demolish these, the road does not simply go away. Yeah, they still say no. Unless this is what's breaking it. It doesn't look like it. No, I'm almost certain it's that road. Oh, that's painful. Could be so much more. I mean, it says that the existing wall itself is already incompatible, so that's a shame. Delete the grid. No, deleting the glitched out building is not enough. Although, weren't you the building? And I think you were the building as well. But yeah, getting rid of those does not delete the road, and it's the road that gets in the way. Womp, womp, womp to that. Harsh. Very harsh, given just how huge this city could be. But that's okay, I can fix this. I just have to figure out how. Oh, well, one way to fix it is by taking all that money. That always drowns my my woes quite well. Ka-freaking-ching. Jake, there's still a glitched building next to West Gate. What, you mean this one? Oh, I really think that's part of the glitched buildings. Wait, West Gate. Here, there's nothing. No, it's definitely those roads, and those roads won't disappear. Not after you've let time pass after it's joining together. So that is an oh hell no. Ah, super saddening. I wonder though, can I build out here? That is also surprising. Oh well, I've got a bit of space to work with here, otherwise Posen is going to be super small. That's okay though, because it's still the biggest it can be. But I'm still sad. Alright, so Posen, I'm going to assume, is a capacity of very little. So I will give them 15 of these, and that's being generous. It's been super generous. They will certainly not have room for that many people. 1, 2, wait, what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, what? 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, what? Don't tell me I got unbuildable terrain as well. 5, 6, 7, what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good enough for me. Tiny, tiny Posen. Small and insignificant, just like their country. Yeah, well, it was me that screwed the pooch there, so I do feel a bit bad about that. Just a bit. And also I've built my farms really inefficiently, so Posen is a real sad state of affairs all around. But like I said, we can deal with that. It might be a bit of a pain to deal with, but that's okay. What isn't? Ah well. The next one up on the election list is Minden. Dilatet Kontor? The smallest place. Although it looks bigger than Posen, doesn't it? Regardless though, with us done in the other one, I'm going to move my home here. And then I'm going to run for election here. Won't take very long. Also, Minden is pretty well built up already. It's one of the largest cities in Europe that starts with a P. Well, good for you. I bet everyone's really proud of you. Posen should be posers. Okay. No, get away from Posen. That's a sadness that we want to forget. We're now the ruler of Minden. I didn't build out of the city wall here, so what can we do? It doesn't like it already, which is more, it doesn't get any bigger than that, so we already